The component communication, or how the two components can communicate with each other when there is a relationship of parent and child. So in our example, we have two components, the product list component and then product component. So let's see how this thing can be in a parent and child relationship. So let's say the product list is a parent component. So ideally the product list will have all the product. This will become the parent component, and we have another component, product. So this will become the child component. So let's say it is a product A. Now we can have multiple product inside the product list also. So there will be product B also, and so on. So there will be a product list, a parent component, and product component, which would be children of product list. So we have already created two components here earlier. So this is the child and this is the parent. And in the root component, we have this product app product list. This is the selector name of this product list component. You can see here, this is the name of the component, how it can be used somewhere else. So we are using in the root component the app product list, and we have a variable title. So let's change this variable. Suppose this will not require this app component anymore. So in the product list, let's define a variable product list. Let's have a type any, and we have an array of object inside it. First one is product name. So let's have the product name A, and let's have another object of the product. So we have three product, and in the real time you will get this product list from some API. So for this example, let's consider that this is your product list, and the product list, as it's a parent component, will get all the product from some API. So we have this product details inside this variable. Okay, and let's go to the view of the product list. What I will do, I will use product component child here. After defining this product inside this product list, it will become the child, and I am wrapping up inside a div. I'm putting this product inside div, and what I will do, I will use this for ng for of product list. So basically it's a simple hitting all the object here. We'll see in later section what is ng for. It is a directive, one of the directives, a structured directive. So when we see what are the directives, we'll see detail of this ng-for. Okay, so for time being, just see, we have used this ng-for here, and we have subject of product. So let's check what we get in the UI. So here you can see we have rendered the product 3 times. Why? Because we have 3 objects here. So each and every object representing a different product. That's why we have seen this three component rendered here. It's the same component actually. Now let's go to the product component. So far what we have done, we are not passing actually, we are just iterating the product list here, and we have this product component, and because the product list have 3 objects inside it, it is rendering 3 times. So now let's bind the property. So what I'm doing here, I'm saying it is a product detail, it's a property name, and I'm using this one by one object of product list, assigning to this product detail property. But this product detail property is not defined in product component. So let's define this product detail property. So I'm using this product detail property. So I am in the product component now. So what we have to do? We have to get the data, whatever the parent is passing. So we have to use this input decorator. So what we have to do, we have to use this input decorator, and I'm using this input decorator. This is just a property. As a property, I'm using it, and time being I'm taking it as a any. I'm also defining a private variable here. Again, it's a type any. So I'm assigning this product detail to product detail. Okay, what we have done in the product list, which is a parent component, we have used this product, which is a child, and we have defined a property here called product detail, and we are passing one by one the object of this product list, and we are getting all this product detail object, a product object here through the input. Okay, through the input we are getting here. Now let's use this product detail in the view of the product. So let's have this simple p paragraph and interpolation, otherwise it will throw error. Use this product name. What we have done, we are getting all the detail from the parent here in this variable product detail, and we are using this product detail variable in the view of the product. Okay, let's check. So here you can see A, B, C are the name of the product we are getting from the parent only. From the parent only we are getting the parent detail. So it is done like we are getting the data from this parent to here. Okay, similarly this parent to here. Let's go back to Visual Studio. Now we want to send some data, the selected data or the added data, or in real-time e-commerce site we have this add button or add to cart button. Similarly, we'll have button for this each component. Okay, so let's define a button here in the product component itself. And on click of this button, what we'll do, we pass the data from children to parent. So what I'm doing here, I'm using this entire object passing. We have to define this add method here in the product component itself. Simply method. Let's console it first. What I have done, I have just added a button here for every product, and on clicking on this button, let me add to cart, call it add to cart. Okay, so once user click on this add to cart button, we'll see the console. So we have this add to cart, and I'm clicking here and I'm getting this console here, but it is just console in the product component only. It is not in the product list. So what we will do, we will pass this data to parent. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to define the output. So similar to input, we have this output decorator. At the rate output and product, and we have to use event emitter. Takes the generic type. So let's timing have this string, and we'll pass the data here, emit it, selected product. Okay, so now the child wants to send data to the parent. So we have to have a listener or a event binding in the product list. So what we have to do, we have to bind this event. The name of the event is send product. And we have to declare event get product in the product list. So here what I am doing, I'm getting my product. I'm again using console.log and checking whether I'm getting the selected product in the product list or not, which is the parent component. Okay, so here we have listed all this product, and I'm clicking on this. I guess I have missed something. Okay, I have to change the name. Send product. Is okay, I guess. Let's re-render it again. Okay. Now we are getting this selected product in the product list. So this is how a parent can, a children can send the data to the parent. Okay. Now this, through this output and emitter, the children is passing the data to the parent, is emitting the data, and the parent is getting the data through this event binding, and we are getting the data here in this method. On the other hand, the parent is passing the data through this property binding. Here, this is the property name of this product component, and this is one of the object of product list. And how we are getting this detail or the object in the product component? Through this input, and we are straight using this variable which has assigned this product in the product view. So this is the component communication between parent and child, where the child can also send the data to the parent and parent can also send the data to the child.